Hello and welcome to Ethereal Holistic Massage. I've found it really awesome just recently. I've been seeing so many people teaching stretches and showing people how to stretch and do movements. I've had many different stretches given to me over the years for different injuries I've had, or even different ways to relieve muscles that are tight. And even in the martial art I did many years ago, a lot of those stretches I still use today. Now I understand that not all of my stretches will work for somebody else, but there's different ones that I find does work or do work. I actually believe that no matter where we are, we should be able to stretch. If we go away on holidays and we forget to take a foam roller with us, you can actually still use what is around you to stretch. So I use towels a lot. I actually have a couple here. These are only hand towels, but there's something that can be used. And over time, I'd like to show different stretches using different towels. Now, keeping in mind, this is what I use for me. So sometimes you do need to change them up a little bit, or change your positioning so that it feels like it's doing what I'm describing, because we are all different. I have two hand towels here. Now, we all have towels or hand towels at all times, whether we're on holidays or whether we're at home. Now, I'll move the table a little bit this way if I can, just so that we can actually see what I'm doing. And the smoother and the neater you can make these towels, the better you'll actually find it to be. I usually recommend 2 sets of these, mainly because you're going to want to lay on 2. So by folding this one in thirds, and then a little bit more, and then folding it, the next one out in thirds again. As I said, the smoother that is, the less ridges there are. You'll actually find I've got a ridge down here, which I would normally refold again. So then we fold that into 1/3 to 2/3. Roll that one up. And there we are, we have a little bolster. Something as simple as that can keep you on the straight and narrow, or keep you straight anyway. I would normally make 2 of these, put rubber bands around them so that they're not going, that way you don't have to keep remaking them. Or if you've got a piece of stocking or a sock, you can actually put it inside so that it holds shape, and then that way you're not having to redo it each time. Otherwise, I do this as a demonstration, so I have this already rolled up, and I show people, then open it up to describe how we do it. See, that's already moved slightly. That's where the rubber bands stop that. Now, I generally I lay on the ground when I do this. So the first one I actually use is under my forehead. So that way my nose won't actually hit the ground, whether it be the carpet, the lino. But you're wanting it to be on something firm, so that when you're laying, this doesn't sink, like if you're doing it on your bed, you'd find that your bed will sink and you're actually not getting the thickness you need. Now at the front of your pubic bone is where I actually allow this one to sit. It's in the middle of your middle of your pelvis, so it's in the middle of your iliums. What you're going to find is there's a space within this region here, where your 2 iliums or top of your pelvis, this is where it's going to sit. So it's basically lifting this pelvis. So when you lay on it, it lifts, and what it's doing, it's allowing your sacrum at the back, there's a triangle bone before your coccyx that actually sinks in and it can twist. So your whole vertebrae needs to move to be able to allow that sacrum to do its normal pivoting movement. So allowing yourself to rest on this, on the towel on the front, allows the back to loosen by moving that sacrum, and allows the muscles to readjust, and allows everything that little bit of extra movement. So it can be as simple as something like that, of a stretch like that, which I find releases my hips and lower back, which is generally what is pulling upwards. It's pulling muscle down from my shoulder blades. So when I'm up like this, my first thing I normally do is think, is my sacrum tight? So now you can give that a go as well. Follow my steps, roll up that towel, put rubber bands around it, and it's all ready for next time. So thank you again for watching. If you watched to the end, any questions, don't be afraid to send me a message. Remembering all of these stretches I know work for me, and you may need to change them slightly for everybody. Just keep that in mind when you're doing the stretches. Everybody is different. So have a fantastic day, keep mobile, and remember, we can all be the best version of ourselves. We only have to try. See ya. Thanks again.